that please do this when it's necessary. Not because you can, but when it's actually necessary. And when the situation actually calls for it. And it's not hard to know if the situation calls for it or not. If it's serious, you'll know to do it. If it's not serious, you probably don't need to do it. It's that simple. Sorry.
No, you're okay. Long story short, it's not always cookie cutter. And who knows why the vehicle could come back to us as 1060. Someone could have seen the owner of the vehicle jiggling the door handle funny and reported it stolen. You never know what the case may be, so you don't have to escalate, like you said, to that use of force immediately. Again, sometimes it'll come to that point, but it does not always have to. But when it does, you will have to perform a high-risk stop. More times than not, the individuals will not comply to the high-risk stop, but you have to know how to perform a high-risk stop in case those situations do happen. So, if you look below the second section of the SOPs, you'll see there's a photograph for positioning the vehicle. The primary officer will state on the radio, dispatch 113, got a vehicle flag 1060, can I get 277s? And you will not initiate the traffic stop right away. You're going to kind of wait, linger behind the car. You won't turn your lights on or anything like that, and allow for those 77s to come to your location. So that way then all of the cars are going to be there, and that was when you will turn your lights on, turn your sirens on, get the vehicle to pull over, and then that's where the additional units will stage their vehicles to perform the high-risk stop. Is there any questions so far?
Nope.
Okay. So as you see here, the three vehicles with the original front police car. The front police car is going to be, you can come walk with me. You guys can kind of walk this way. The front police car is going to be the vehicle that you pull over. This vehicle here is going to be the primary vehicle, secondary vehicle, tertiary vehicle. It's not going to be, again, cookie cutter like that. The primary vehicle is more than likely going to be in this spot all the time, but sometimes the tertiary vehicle may not be on scene yet, and they're a block away, and they conduct the high-risk stop, quote-unquote, early. You just want to make sure that your vehicles are placed in a position that, one, when you get out of the vehicle, have your weapon drawn, you can use the door for cover. That way, also, if you need to get in the vehicle, if they start fleeing, you can hop right back in the vehicle. But the main thing is you're positioning the vehicle in that 45-degree angle is for your safety. You never know. You pull up a vehicle, you get out of the vehicle like this, they're going to they might start shooting at you. So having your vehicle, you can take cover. You've got something to block and keep yourself safe. Another thing you have to do to be careful is you want to always keep your eyes on the vehicle. So when you have someone that's going to be the primary officer that's conducting the high-risk stop, if say you are the secondary person, like Sky in this case, she's going to maintain all the time her gun on the vehicle, making sure that she doesn't turn away, start watching where the suspects are going, things like that. You always have to keep a weapon on the vehicle until the vehicle is called code for. Those are main things. Crossfire, making sure that you do not have your gun pointed at another officer. That is also, remember we talked about it, officer safety is number one. For as long as you are safe, you can keep other people safe. We'll run through. Any questions about it? Anything at all? Yep, go ahead.
When you radio that in over, when you call it in over radio, do you tell them that you're doing a high-risk traffic stop? Or is it just kind of telling them you need an additional 77?
Who is
dispatch
them?
or other officers?
The other officers, yes. So you can, yes. When you say I have a vehicle flag 1060, I need 277, I'm going to be conducting a high-risk stop. You just let them know when they arrive or as they're coming, the conduction of the high-risk stop will be happening. So that way they're on the same page as you. Sometimes you might just be calling 77s for a set 1060 vehicle in case it does get escalated. If you never know, so having that backup units, they would just be attached to a 1038. Okay.
Very firm.
Yeah, what's up? It'll pretty much, it just depends. Officers should let the 77s know what they're en route to, which would be for a high-risk stop, or a 1038. But if, for example, the primary officer that requests 77s does not state whether they're going to be conducting a 38 or a high-risk stop, you can ask. Okay. So I would say dispatch 113 got a 1060 vehicle. Can I get 277s for 1038? Something along those lines. Or if you're more than likely actually would probably just run radio traffic as a normal 38 and request the 77s and then state why. So I would probably actually say dispatch 113 1038 black and colored sedan, you know, Elgin and San Andreas. Can I get 277s? The vehicle's flagged 1060. Does that make sense? So, just for clarification, if you're going to be conducting a normal 1038, you're going to already have your lights and sirens. You know, you're going to already be pulling. If you're going to be performing the high-risk stop, that is when you're going to linger behind the vehicle, call for backup, then once the backup comes, then conduct the high-risk stop. Any other questions? Okay. Yeah.
And just for clarification, when you say linger, be like behind you, like are you sitting in the vehicle behind them, or?
No, you're gonna be driving behind. You're not gonna have your lights and sirens on. You're going to keep eyes on the vehicle, drive behind them, and essentially call for backup. Now, again, nothing's cookie cutter. So if they're driving at high speeds, and the only way to get them to slow down so that your fellow officers can come and attach to the high-risk stop, you have to put your lights and sirens on. Or if you're lingering behind them and they're just blowing through red lights and things like that, you need to turn your lights on, right? Because you're not just following suit in that. You're an officer. You need to have your lights on to get through those, traffic lights and things like that, right? So you will have your lights on in those cases. And so then they will more than likely know that they are going to be pulled over. And that is when, again, nothing's cookie cutter. If you do have to start a traffic stop before additional units arrive, you can always you have your original primary vehicle in the position, let the other officers know that you're going to be conducting a high-risk stop. So when they do get there, they will then follow suit. Did that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Again, nothing is 100% set in stone. A lot of stuff you have to improvise, and a lot of stuff may be on the fly. But as long as you kind of have the main grasp of what to be expected of you, like car positioning, what to do once the high-risk stop is conducted, and so on and so forth, okay? All right, from here, now, Okay, we're just going to assume maybe Scott's going to be in the vehicle. Are you going to be in the vehicle?
Yeah, I'll be in the vehicle.
That's fine. Because there's not very many right now while Rhodes is thinking of So, you arrive on scene. You've got,
I'm back.
Officers are here, and you got in the positioning. So, you're going to go ahead and... Make sure you have your gun out in the car.
I got mine.
Okay, perfect. Hop hop out of the vehicle. Primary officer is going to take control of the scene. So your primary officer is going to say, driver, turn the ignition off and throw the keys out the window. Driver, we are the police. You're going to be all right. I just need you to go ahead, turn the engine off, throw the keys out the window. Everyone in the vehicle needs to maintain in the vehicle. Do not get out of the vehicle unless instructed.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Okay. So, once you make sure that they have thrown the keys out the window, you're going to then direct the individuals in the vehicle to get out of the vehicle. So, driver, step out of the vehicle with your hands in the air, facing away from officers. Okay. When you're conducting a high-risk stop, if you are the primary person that's conducting the high-risk stop, you will be taking the individuals, the suspects, out of the vehicle and directing them to the other officers that are on scene. That way you can continue to conduct the high-risk stop while the other officers are essentially putting the individuals, the suspects, into handcuffs and things like that. Okay, so, driver, looking through your eyes, I want you to take 5 steps to your left. Okay. Tertiary unit, can you take direction of the suspect, please?
Yep, absolutely. What I want you to do is take 2 additional steps to your left, and then 3 steps backwards towards the sound of my voice. All right, 1 more step. 1 step to your left. All right, stay right there. Don't move. We'll be placing you in cuffs. Hands behind your back. Here we are. All right. Just for your safety, we go ahead and get you placed in the vehicle here.
Just so for clarification, so you guys are all aware, you put the suspect you put in cuffs in the vehicle. You do not take the time to search them. You just get them in the handcuffs and put them in the back of the vehicle and continue with the high-risk stop. So in this case, we're just going to assume there might be a passenger in the vehicle. So I would say, okay, passenger of the vehicle, get out of the vehicle with your hands up and face away from officers. Passenger will do so. Again, through your eyes, take X steps backwards to what would it be? Hopefully, I would have a quote-unquote passenger. And if not, you could have them cut through the car and go to your secondary unit, which would be barrack, right? So, again, obviously there isn't one, so we're just assuming there is one. So the secondary suspect is now out of the vehicle in cuffs and then put into a police cruiser. So now officers are going to, oh my gosh, is this counterclockwise? This is clockwise. Clockwise around the vehicles. Officers are going to clear the vehicle. So,
LSPD, if anyone's inside, make yourself known.
the tertiary unit is going to walk up towards the car. The secondary unit continues
Interior's
to move
clear.
through, and they're going to, just like that, they're going to let officers know that the inside of the vehicle has no more people. I'm sorry, I missed a step as well. You need to make sure that anyone left in the vehicle, you know, make themselves known, just like Rhodes did, making sure to get everyone out of the vehicle. Okay, so now Rhodes is going to hop in the vehicle, and he's going to pop the trunk. Officer that's going to be conducting their guns on the trunk in case there's someone in the trunk. It could be a suspect. It could be a hostage. So you want to just make sure that you let them know, okay, you know, anyone inside the vehicle, make yourself known now or you may be shot.
I'm going to pop the trunk on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Trunk's clear. And then
The only thing I'll say about that is like who's ever primary standing right here should probably stay here unless it's like a specific circumstance. They should probably stay here with the gun trained on the car the whole time and let everybody else rotate counterclockwise. And you pretty much want to make sure you're properly rotating so that there's never any like crossfire in case something does happen.
And that's in case there is someone in the trunk and they jump out of the trunk while officers are floating around the sides of the vehicle. Yeah, what's your question?
That's what I was thinking. Like, if we were to count and there was somebody on the inside, like,
They don't get shot, if that's what you're asking.
I mean, the question is, like, do we count? Like, if we're gonna open the trunk, because if there was someone, they would hear it, right?
I mean, we've already identified that, you know, we're there and they know we're gonna pop the trunk regardless.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, we have to communicate to each other that we're popping the trunk. Like, yes,
Correct.
I could have said that over radio, but communication is key when it comes to dealing with the public. And so if we are communicating to each other and it can be overheard that we are going to be popping the trunk and they hear that, it's not as much of a surprise, and they can't sit there and be like, oh, I had no idea, I was startled, or anything of the sort. Or at least they'll have less of a reason, because the reality is if they're going to argue that, they're going to argue it no matter what.
And then once the high risk stop is concluded, dispatch 113, high risk stop concluded is code 4. Essentially, you're notifying other officers that they can continue with primary radio traffic. Essentially, some way of that it is code 4 on scene for the high risk stop. Okay. Any questions?
And then at this point, we'd take.
Now you pull the people out of the vehicle. Sorry, I should.
No, you're good.
It was just but yeah, you're gonna pull the suspects out of the vehicle. You're going to kind of pull them to the side and have like a kind of conversation with them, like, hey, identify yourself. Ask them where their ID would be, to look up their ID. Let them know why you had conducted a high-risk stop, which would be the vehicle was flagged stolen. And then continue an investigation furthermore, find out maybe why the vehicle is flagged stolen, if it's their vehicle, and kind of decide and figure out if you are going to be arresting anyone or citing anyone for the charges at hand. Okay. Any other questions? Okay.
We're gonna take the next 4 minutes to get split up into 2 separate groups, and we're gonna go through some mock traffic stops where you guys are just gonna get a chance to run through things. We're gonna go 10 minutes per stop. You're each gonna get 1 shot at it, and then we're gonna move on to pursuits. You'll get to practice, the stops more in the pursuits as well. But
sounds good.
As far as just the basic stop, that's how it's gonna go. All right. The
Just
4
take
of
those
you.
4 and then those 4.
Yeah, these 4 right in front of me, and then these 4 each split up, 2 to each car. Right, the other car's down there as well.
The other
Yeah,
one,
that's
yeah, the
all.
last
Run
one's all the way down there.
The CVPIs?
Yeah,
Yes.
CVPI.
All right, let's go, Eric. Let's go get
I got it. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, we're good.
Hello.
I keep yawning. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
You
Sorry.
said 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
Oh, no.
You said no. You said 4 minutes. Is there a reason we're taking 4 minutes to do that?
No. Not really.
Okay.
There's just
We're
I'm
taking
just
our
gonna-
time to
I'm
get
just
started.
Where do you want the
think
extra
over in the corner.
all the cars?
You guys can just stay down there where you are right now.
think
Do
you-
we want to split into 4 cars right now? Is that what we're doing?
So all the cadets are split in the far now.
We can, and then we can split up.
Each
We have one
do
instructor.
one on each
is
corner.
In the car. You want to do 4 traffic stops all at the same time instead of 2, and then the secondary unit's back up?
I mean, it doesn't bother me, to be honest. We could
Yes,
do 4 concurrent ones.
4 concurrent ones is quicker.
I
There's a
agree. We
passenger
would
and a
only
driver, so
we need to borrow one of the CVPIs. Do we have an extra?
No.
1, 2, 3,
Wait,
4.
Brian.
use the ambulance. Use Heidi's ambulance as a vehicle to.
Heidi, can we steal your ambulance to get pulled over?
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll give you a key.
All right, perfect. Trust me, we won't be going far. I promise. Thank you.
I trust you. easy. Just take it easy.
Oh my god, what is this?
Ideally, we're just gonna split up in 2 groups, 2 cars each, 2 people in each. You spend 10 minutes giving one of
Hold
them
up.
a chance to do a stop. and vice
Okay, I'm
versa.
sorry. Repeat that.
2 groups,
Okay.
2 cars each, 2 people in each car, and
The one getting pulled
instructors-
over.
Yeah, and
Okay.
instructors are getting pulled over, and then you just give one group 10 minutes, and then the next group 10 minutes.
All right.
We're just-
All right. Heidi, apologies. You can take your ambulance back. I'll drive it back to where it was. All right, Barrick, if you want to re-mention it on radio, because I know you'd mentioned it before.
Yeah, I'm gonna move a Taurus to each end of the street. We'll just set up. 2 CVPIs go to the northern end of the street and set up like you're pulling that Taurus over on the side of the road. Oh, yeah, just one more. All right, they're good.
The other two, you can come in with me. I'm on the main road to the west.
Sorry.
You're good.
Okay, yeah, you guys can go, Sky.
How much time do we have?
Like 2 hours, 20 minutes.
Okay. Oh, that's more than enough.
Yeah, I just would like to spend the majority of the time with pursuits.
Do you want us to split? Should we split radios?
Yeah, we can go channel 9. Or you guys can go channel 9. One of the 2.
Where?
We can
I'll
go.
go. Okay.
All right, everybody here go to channel 9. All 4 of you go to channel 9.
Yes, sir.
So essentially how this is going to work is you 2 up front, you're going to get your first opportunity to go through this. You're going to call it out on radio, and then you're going to go about the traffic stop normally. And Alice Guy is on...
Do one of the other
Sky's on
FTOs
channel...
over to
yeah, Sky's
the other group?
still on channel 8. You can take this
I'm
Taurus
coming.
if you want. That's fine. Yeah, you can just take that one. Yeah, you're each going to get an opportunity...
We're not involved then?
Yeah, you're basically an additional at this point, and then, yeah, then you're gonna swap spots over a certain amount of time. Is it simple enough? You guys got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sounds good.
You clocked us at 60 and a 55.
You step out for a second.
Oh, yeah.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Are we on 9?
Comes first.
Yeah.
1038 northbound Zancudo Fort with a black and colored four-door Taurus.
876, 1023.
Go and turn the engine off, for me, please. Thank you. Can you also roll your window on for me, please, as well?
Sure.
Thank you. Oh, I am
roll mine.
Officer Emily Parker with LSCD. This is Officer Sterling. Yes, your driver's license.
Let me see. You check the glove box. I don't have it.
Yeah, let me go take a look. Ooh,
How's your guys' days?
I mean, it's sort of like middle of the road. It was hectic. It calmed down, and not much has happened. But it doesn't really change from the fact that it was hectic. You know.
That's when it's. I don't want to keep you guys here any longer.
Oh, is
than
this
you
it right
need to.
here?
If you have your
There's
driver's
your
license.
ID.
Oh, okay. Thank you. There we go. Here you go.
All right, thank you very much. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna renew information. And then I'll be right back with.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. I will
Perfect.
back in the vehicle to stay in the vehicle. Keep the engine on.
Okay.
Not it. Oh, hello,
Hey,
sir.
hello. How's
Hi.
everyone doing?
ID
Passenger, I don't think I caught your name.
Oh, I'm Matt.
Matt, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
My name's Officer Sterling Silver. We got anything special planned for the day?
Not quite. I mean, we're going up to Polito. Just recently bought a house.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
How long have you owned that property?
It's been like a week-ish.
Oh, have you had a house welcoming party yet?
You know, I don't want to make a big deal out of it. Truthfully, our neighbors are assholes, and if they found out, they'd make it a disaster.
What are you talking about, man? Owning a property, that's something that you should celebrate.
Our neighbors throw trash in our yard every day.
I'm sitting here that.
Yeah, it's not great.
Here's
Sorry,
your
man.
driver's license back. I said that doesn't
Right,
sound
thank
good
you.
at all. Here's your driver's license. The reason you guys are being pulled over is we clocked you going 75 and a 55. Is there any reason for that?
I honestly had no idea.
Have you
I was
foot
just,
parrot?
no, I honestly, I was just sightseeing. I think I just look. You know, we were just driving down the side of the highway, and I just was looking out. I'm a big ocean guy. You know, I like getting out and boating, and I just paying attention to the view. You know, the sun was going down. It was. I promise you, beautiful view, and would have caught your attention too.
I almost definitely would say so as well. I definitely like going to the ocean. The main thing is with being that kind of speed and stuff like that, I don't want to see you or anyone else get injured. If you're getting kind of like going too fast, things like that, fast you go, the more difficult it is for you guys to be able to stop.
I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry.
That is
I honestly
valid.
didn't even realize.
That is valid.
So-
Eric, you need to slow down.
Yeah, if you guys want to enjoy it, you're more than welcome to pull over and look at it. We get to take it in a little bit more.
That's a good point. You just take things more slowly.
Yeah. Is there any other questions you guys have?
Oh, you?
No. I don't think so.
No.
All right. Myself and Officer Sterling go back to the vehicle. As soon as the lights are off, you guys will be free to go. Thank you for pulling over.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
Nice to meet you, Matt. Nice to
Thank
meet you, Barrick. Have a great day.
You as well. Have a good one.
Five two three 38 code 410 a.m.
That was okay. That's fine.
Can we get you to approach the car on foot? So overall, it was solid. If I was being nitpicky, the only thing that I would change, Emily, is at the beginning you did primarily start off with the typical, license, registration, proof of insurance stuff. That's the opportunity that you want to utilize as a sort of an open-ended introduction of like, hey, how's it going, guys? Where are y'all coming from type stuff, just to sort of engage in that conversation.
Yeah.
And I know, nerves are probably playing a role in all this. Trust me, I was a cadet many, many years ago. Traffic stops, just radio, communication in general, ends up being a little, you end up being a little hesitant, but again, we're just here to help provide feedback, and that really was the only sort of, if I was being nitpicky, the only thing that I would probably adjust.
No, I agree with you 100%, and I realized it in the moment was like that's exactly what they were talking about, and that's when you guys were like looking for the ID and stuff like that. That's why I tried to transition out of kind of what I had said. I started going into more trying to be personable, like how's you guys doing and stuff like that.
Yep.
So
The
if I come
only
across like that.
So you did get to it. The only thing is if you don't open with it, unfortunately people end up sort of shutting down at the beginning, right? Whereas if you open with that like open-ended, sort of balls in your court type deal, they are far more likely to sort of engage in that versus if they're immediately hit with exactly what we had discussed earlier, they're going to shut down. Now, obviously,
Right.
we're not, pretending to be assholes here, but there would be assholes who'd be like, ugh, license, registration, proof of insurance. You're going to give me a citation anyways. Just give it to me, Trust me, it happens. It happens.
I do apologize.
No need to apologize. We expect these things to happen. Our entire job is sort of, providing feedback and letting you know where to course correct, and that's exactly what we're doing. Yeah, solid overall.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Not a problem.
will-
Barrick, did we want to swap the two vehicles?
I think it's swap cars, honestly.
Oh, okay, all right. The two in the vehicle in the back, go ahead and swap over to the vehicle in the front. Actually, swap vehicles, but reverse the vehicles as well, and then sort of, position properly behind this vehicle. I just want to make sure they get positioning proper. Same thing. Let's just say you clocked us at 60 and a 55.
All right, 10-4. Do I go when I'm ready?
Yep. You're pulling up behind us. I've come to a stop after doing 60 to 55.
Dispatch 826, 1038 North Zancudo approach with a black sedan occupied 2 times.
86276.
Hello, sir. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Shaw with the LSPD. I'm very well,
862
thank you.
attaching traffic.
Do you know why we stopped you today, sir?
I don't quite know.
Yes, I saw a clock you at 60 miles per hour on a 55. There reason why you're going so fast, sir?
I didn't even realize I was speeding. Yeah, I genuinely just was not paying attention to the speed.
Yeah, sometimes
I was aware of my
car,
surroundings, but not. Yeah, I am so sorry.
It's not a problem, not a problem. Do you have with you the your ID and the registration?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Here's my ID card. There you go.
Oh, thanks, sorry.
You're good.
All right, so it's Mr. Matt Rhodes.
That is correct. That's me.
All right, sir. Where were you heading in such a hurry?
I'm gonna be real. This was more of a more of just a joyride, just minding my business, listening to music, not necessarily going anywhere specific. I don't know. Maybe that's strange of me, but
That's understandable on a beautiful day like today.
that's what I'm saying. If this was a convertible, the top would be down. I'd be blasting music.
Can I get closer so we can
is
hear
this-
you guys
is this-
talking?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is this your vehicle?
Yes, it is.
Perfect. Just give me a second, sir. I'm just gonna run your ID and your place. I'll be right back. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Right, thank you, sir.
Yep. Hello, sir. What's
How
your
are you fellows
name?
doing today? Officer Larry Johnson with the LSPD.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Johnson.
Nice to meet you as well, Mr. Rhodes.
I have to ask. Do
Yes,
you ever
sir.
get called LJ?
I have not, no.
You haven't. Damn.
I think
missed
one
opportunities.
person has.
60. Oh, is it 55?
I believe one person has, but it just didn't really stick. A lot of people will call me Lair Bear. Not sure why.
Lair Bear.
It's an old
Interesting.
football nickname.
Oh. Oh wait, Bear, you like football, don't you? Listen, I'm
Yeah.
not a big sports guy. Go sports. I'll be present for the Super Bowl for food and social interaction. That's about it.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's the best part of the Super Bowl, right? And the advertisements.
Also
I
true. In the
disagree on
halftime
that,
show.
but no,
In the
it's not.
halftime show. What do you mean you disagree on that? What do you disagree with?
I don't think that's the best part or like the main attraction. That's ridiculous.
No, it absolutely is.
Well,
Listen,
I'm saying from someone with, non-sports point of view. Someone that's not a sports person, the advertisements, halftime show, snacks and stuff. This is the best part for them.
Yeah.
Larry, who did you want to win the Super Bowl?
I wanted the Detroit Lions to win, but I mean, obviously they
didn't even
pushed
play
out.
in the game.
I know. But out of the two, I did want the Chiefs to win.
What's your stance on this, Barrick?
I
He's
caught Barrick as a
offended.
Niners
He's
fan.
offended.
Yep.
No, I'm not even a Niners fan, but
What kind of fan are you?
it doesn't matter. But you should want like diversity in terms of like the winners.
It sounds, whatever team he's a fan of, Mr. Johnson, it sounds like they did poorly.
Who's your favorite team, Barrick?
Oh, I'm
Like
so
I've,
sorry. I am so sorry.
I don't think he wants
I
to
apologize.
answer.
It's like I
All
grew
right,
up
so-
not being able to talk about it in public, so
Oh,
no,
okay.
yeah.
Must be the Dolphins or something.
No, it's the Patriots, but you get jumped. And
Oh.
you know.
Wait, you're
If
a
if
Pats
you
fan.
if you live outside of like Massachusetts, you're a Patriots fan. At least like when I was growing up, like,
I mean,
you'd probably get jumped. for mentioning
I
that.
was born and raised in Mass. It's the whole Northeast. Okay.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
I'm
I know. But
I'm
if
a
you
fan
live
of the
outside-
Nordic. I'm a fan of the Nordic de Quebec, and whenever I meet the fans of the Canadian Montreal, they used to always get in a fight with me. I understand 100% what you mean.
I think I have to like the Patriots because of Tom Brady, and he came from University of Michigan, which is my favorite college team. So
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
respect there.
Ooh. Sorry.
Yeah, not to interrupt, but I have the paperwork, sir. So I caught you speeding on the first degree, so it's a $300 ticket at one point.
What degree?
Third degree. David.
Third degree, sorry.
Oh, you
third
scared
degree.
me. You scared me.
Yeah, I do the joke. I try to see if you're listening to me, huh?
Oh, I heard first. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know that
did
I have
say,
$1,000.
No. It's third degree. Just do the joke. So if you just sign the paper here for me, please go
Okay.
ahead. And, this is not an admission of guilt. This is just you saying that you received the citation. You can go to traffic
we
court
are.
and you can be able to contest it. You can go whenever. My name is David Bouchard. Thank you. You will be
All
safe
right.
to go when I return to my vehicle and close the lights.
Do you guys have any questions, comments, concerns for us before we head back to our vehicle?
I mean, am I free to go now because the lights are off?
No. When I go back in the vehicle,
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
flash
no,
the
I-
lights. The lights. I don't know why they're off, but technically,
Okay.
yeah.
All
All right,
right.
I'm gonna go
well,
back in the car. Thank you for cooperating, sir. Have yourself
Yeah,
a
no
great
problem.
day, sir.
Anytime. I'm sorry for
You
speeding.
gentlemen have a great day.
You as well.
Hey, what happened to the lights, man?
I'm,
No, I have
I'm
the
telling you,
lights.
I think this car might be scuffed. As soon as you got in, they turned back on.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh, you got everything in there, David?
Yeah. Everything seems okay.
All right.
Radio.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dispatch
dispatch 826, 1038, code 4.
862 to Nick.
All right. So
I got distracted by the lights being.
Yeah, I think this car is a little scuffed. 'cause the
Yeah.
alarms
you're
are going
good.
off
You're
on me when
good.
I'm
You're
in there.
good. So, 2 points of contention. Number one, the dialogue was solid, especially if you have a passenger, riding with you. It's a great opportunity to sort of still engage in that conversation when the primary person goes back to the vehicle, is running information. Larry took that opportunity to discuss a bunch of different things. Again, it doesn't always have to be law related or work related or anything to that stuff. Again, we're trying to be personable to the best of our ability when it comes to the that situation. So that was great overall. The two things that I think in this case definitely need to be looked at is I had the engine on the entire time. I even cycled it off and back on throughout the traffic stop. You always want to make sure that the vehicle you are pulling over is off.
Oh my god, I didn't even.
I'm not
hear
sure if
the-
that was in my head, so I don't want to say anything.
I
but
didn't even
this
hear the car
vehicle's-
go on and off.
Yeah, this vehicle was shutting on and off in my ears, and also the sirens were going off every time David moved. So I wasn't sure if I was stuck, but I did hear that.
Okay. So mine was well, two things. Most times to acknowledge that a vehicle is on, you're gonna want to look at the rear exhaust. In addition, lights are a massive giveaway. In fact, I think the Taurus has a unique sort of, I don't necessarily want to call it an issue, but where I suspect most reflectors would be, those are actually lights down there. You see them?
Yeah.
And I can't turn those. I can't turn those off. You're not wrong. I didn't actually see an exhaust, but in most
and then
vehicles,
from this area, I can't really see the tail light, so that's why it's I didn't know if I was scuffed. It's a tough
no,
one. But
you're good. You're good. In most vehicles, the exhaust would be one of the primary things that you're going to be looking at. And then the only other sort of point of contention was the lack of sort of prompting for the sort of end transmission radio, indicating that the traffic stop's over and you're back 10-8. Though when prompted, the radio comms themselves were fine. So I don't necessarily have an issue with that. Just remember, you started with the radio transmission, you conducted the traffic stop, you want to end with the radio transmission, let dispatch know that you're back in service.
Yes, sir.
All right. Barrick, how much time we got?
We're right on schedule. I want to go see what they're
Okay.
doing.
All right. We'll be back. Actually, no, you go. I'll stay here. So do y'all have any questions?
I guess just one quick one. So usually if you're riding doubled up, I've kind of noticed it seems the passengers are doing more of the call outs, so should it have been like I made the radio calls while David was
It all depends.
everything?
It all depends. It doesn't have to be. However, oftentimes if somebody is driving, the passenger has like a perfect opportunity to, like, the driver focus on driving and then the passenger focus on doing communications. But it's not always the case, right? Okay. If you are a passenger in a car and you're looking in the side view mirror, looking backwards, the driver's looking forward, seeing a speeding vehicle, and they call it out. That's perfectly fine. Either person in that situation could take that opportunity to call stuff out. Most times, like, I'll ride with Lucas every once in a while, for example, and Lucas will sort of immediately jump on the opportunity to do comm-related stuff, especially in pursuits. But when it comes to traffic stops, more often than not, I'm the one, dispatch 130, 1038, black four-door sedan occupied 3 times, northbound popular, whatever the situation is, right? Okay. So it's not always required, but you can always coordinate and communicate with your partner in the vehicle to figure out who's going to do what.
Okay, I just wanted to double check it wasn't like a scene control thing where the driver is the primary and like scene control, and then I would kind of be like backup comms unless it was a pursuit.
Nope. And it can even be sort of interchangeable. I mean, at the end of the day, people who are partnered up should be under a single unit. Obviously, right now, because we're doing academy stuff, we're all listed under 107. But you would have yourself under David or David under you, right? And then y'all would share the same call sign as a unit together. So
we would look at the call sign of the unit and use that one.
Correct. So David, for example, if y'all were under Larry, if you were calling something out, you could technically still say your call sign. Like if you're not familiar with what Larry's is off the top of your head and you just need to be able to communicate a piece of information, we can figure that out for the most part. But you could very easily say dispatch 864 1038 northbound Fort Zancudo approach road, black sedan, 4 doors occupied 3 times, whatever the situation is. You would be calling his call sign if the unit is listed under Larry in this case. And y'all have seen that on dispatch, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. If you haven't, if you open it up off to the right-hand side under units, right now, because we're doing academy, we're all under 107. But utilizing that example, if I was in a car with Barrick, and it was just me and him, dispatch 107, 1038, same thing. I'm pretty much calling as him because if people look at units, I'm listed under him. Any additional questions? Perfect. How are they, Barrick?
Got a whole bunch of yappers over there. They've only done one. They were
They've
just
done
getting started
one?
with their second.
Oh my gosh.
Can we do more?
Yeah.
We can do a high risk stop, I guess, because they did it over there
Oh.
for some reason.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
why, but
Well, so who wants to take sort of primary on the high risk stop?
I'll do it.
All right.
You wanna go?
If you want to, that's fine.
actually,
No,
you
you-
led.
Hey, I led this one, so yeah.
Yeah, you led that traffic stop, so let's let either Larry or Sterling do it.
Well, I don't want to not
Sure.
step up, so I'll do it.
Perfect.
I'm still a little nervous about the 10 code, so I'm trying to just absorb all
Stop
of it that I
being
can. But
nervous.
I'm just I got most of it, but
Own
it's
it.
all new to me.
Don't worry about it. You got it. In this situation, it's essentially going to be you ran the plate of this car. It's reported stolen by its owner, flag 1060.
And we have some sort of information that they're armed and dangerous.
Not necessarily, just that the vehicle is stolen.
Four 862 attempt to stop a flag vapid cruiser southbound
slow
towards
down.
Zancudo Road, requesting 77. Vehicle's making a right westbound Fort Zancudo Approach Road. Right northbound Fort Zancudo Approach Road. Vehicle made a right eastbound Fort Zancudo Approach Road. I'm gonna go ahead and light them up.
864, 1027.
Final stop will be intersection of Fort Zancudo Approach Road.
And 20.
Go ahead and set up for high risk.
Confirm.
Driver, go ahead and put your hands up for me. Cut the engine off.
Which one? I can't turn the engine off with my hands up.
Okay, go ahead and cut the engine off for me.
Okay.
Now,
It's off.
go ahead and roll the window down slowly.
What? The window's already down.
Okay, with your left hand, drop the keys out the window. Do it now.
Hey, just do whatever he says. No need to give him lip.
Driver, with your left hand, drop the keys out of the window. Do it now. Do not worry. We'll take good care of you. Just
All right, they're
follow
out the
our orders.
window.
Okay. You're going to step out of the vehicle facing away from me at all times with your hands in the air. Do not face towards us. Do you understand?
I think so.
Do not face towards us. Go ahead and take 3 steps to your left. Sure, sure. You
Okay.
want to go ahead and take over commands?
Confirm. Suspect, if you could take 5 steps back towards my voice. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Stop right there. I'm going to be placing you in cuffs at this moment, and I'll place you in my vehicle after.
Okay. What did I do wrong?
We'll explain everything in a moment, sir. Just let us do our job.
Hey, I'm not involved with whatever the hell happened. I don't even know what happened.
I didn't even do
I
anything.
understand.
I
that,
only just got
passenger.
picked up.
We'll figure that out. If you
Okay.
would just please put your hands in the air.
Okay. All right.
Step out of the vehicle facing away from us.
Okay.
Take 2 steps backwards. Do not face towards us. Do you understand?
I understand. 1, 2.
I got your back, Emily. If you want to go in.
Yep.
Do not move.
Okay, I'm not
Continue to keep
moving.
going backwards and slow to
Oh, yep.
face away from me. You're fine.
Okay. Is this far enough back?
That's right.
Okay.
I'm placing your cuff.
All right. Just wanted you to know I didn't do anything.
It's understandable.
I didn't even press
You're just
E.
detained
Oh,
for
it's
now,
'cause
sir.
it passed
We'll
already.
figure it out.
Okay.
Let's
All
either
right.
one. We'll place in the back of the vehicle for now.
Okay. All right.
Both passengers have been secured. Let's go ahead and rotate clockwise.
Confirm. LSPD, if there's anybody else in the vehicle, please make yourself known.
Make yourself known. Do it now if
Closing
there's
in.
anyone in there.
Interior clear.
Covering.
We're gonna pop the trunk.
Covering.
Entering the vehicle. Popping the trunk in 3, 2, 1.
Clear.
1060s code 4 to detain.
I'm gonna help you out.
Okay, I didn't do nothing. I was just a passenger.
I understand. I'm sorry.
That was my
know,
goober
police
ride.
brutality.
Let's go ahead and get both 95s. We'll talk to him on the side of the road. And then we'll reposition our cars out the street.
Is it goober or gruber? Because the driver's a goober, obviously.
Grab him out and I'll
Do not take him out of cuffs.
So take him over here.
Excuse
Try to
me?
keep them separated.
You heard me.
I need to call my brother
think he
Terry.
wants it on
I don't know what's going on here.
All right, sir. Right now you're just being detained. Have you been advised of your Miranda rights?
No.
Sorry.
Okay. We're just
It's
gonna
okay.
advise you of them as a formality, not saying that we are suspecting you
Never
of
cuffed
committing a
someone
crime.
before.
Okay.
Hey, all right.
All right, but at this time, you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do may be used against you as evidence in the court of law. Right to have an attorney present with you during any and all questioning. If you can't afford an attorney, we'll get you one at free of charge by the state. You can. Do you wish to answer my questions?
Sure.
Okay. Is there any reason why you guys are in a stolen vehicle?
That's stolen.
Yes, sir. The place.
You gotta speak to the goober over there. I had nothing to do with it. I was just the passenger.
You're just a passenger.
Yeah, he picked me up in that car. It was him.
Where did he pick you up at?
I don't know that I want to tell you.
Well, sir, I'm not trying to give you a rough time, but I'm just trying to figure out exactly where you came in contact with this individual.
Well, what? No, I'm not. I ain't saying. I'm not saying anything more in regards to that.
Okay. Are you invoking your right to remain silent, or you just?
Well, I'm not answering that question. You can ask me another one.
Well, it's just a little suspicious
How
how
do
you
you- how
can't
do you
tell
know
the
that?
police where you got picked up at.
Well, there's nothing suspicious about me not wanting to tell you. You done just told me pretty much everything I say or do can and will be used against me in the court of law. What makes you think I am going to try to spoon feed you stuff that you are already telling me you're going to use against me?
That is
No.
the reason he already writes to you is to remind you that you do have the right to remain silent. If we do have questions and things like that, it would be really helpful if we can get some information, help figure out what's
Help
going
me
on.
help you, man. Because if he turns around and tries to say that you have anything involved with this vehicle being stolen, it's not going to look good on you if you're not trying to cooperate.
I wasn't even
I'm
the
not accusing you, man,
driver.
but like, I'm just trying to ensure that this guy doesn't, you know, if you didn't do anything wrong, I'm just trying to ensure that he doesn't accuse you of doing something and get out of it scot-free, right? So if he picked
Okay.
you up somewhere just recently and he's just giving you a Uber ride, you got nothing to worry about. But I'm more
No,
worried about
I
him
even
trying to
got the
accuse
stuff on the
you.
app. I got this. Listen, I got picked up in Polito.
Careful now.
Okay. He picked you up in Polito?
Mm-hmm.
How long ago?
5 to 10 minutes ago.
Okay. And have you
Then he
ever seen
started
him
driving
before?
like an asshole over here.
Did he say anything in specific that may have led you to believe that the vehicle was stolen?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you giving us a statement, man. As I mentioned, we don't suspect you of committing a crime, but we just want to make sure that you safeguard, you know, your story. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I understand. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Did you see him
Actually,
reaching
you know
around
what?
on
You
the
know
inside of the
what?
hall?
Hold on. He did say something. He said he's part of the Vapid Boys.
What is a vapid?
Vapid's it's a car manufacturer.
Oh, okay.
And
It's like the
what did
Pontiac
he
Bandit kind of
exactly?
thing or something like that.
I think it's more in line with like y'all heard of the Hyundais and Kias getting stolen by the Kia boys.
No.
Yeah, actually, I
Where have you heard this
know
from?
all about that shit.
Oh, that's all on the tickety talk. You ain't seen it?
Really? No.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How do you
All the-
how do you see that?
You could just you could gurgle it. I got the reality is
Oh.
all they do is they open up the the little area with the ignition. I think they put in like a blank USB or something. I don't even know what they do. They start the car and they leave. Poof, gone. There goes your car.
That's
Did you
crazy.
see any tampering inside the ignition when you were in there?
My eyes was not looking there,
That's
but
reasonable.
it is what it is, I guess.
Understandable. Do you have any weapons on you? Anything I need to know about? Anything that would harm you?
No.
Did you see the driver reaching around the inside at all whenever he got pulled over?
No. Not that I recall.
Okay. Do you mind if I just reach into your back pocket, grab your ID out of your wallet, and document what you said to us on our report?
Sure. Well, am I free to go?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No.
Hopefully I'm better now.
Matter of fact, you're still detained, but
Yeah.
I would just like to get your ID so I can document your name
Well, I
on the
mean,
report if you don't mind.
I mean, I don't mind flashing you my ID. You know, once I'm clear.
Did you frisk him?
You have your name this time.
Actually, you can grab my wallet and grab my ID.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. And you've
No
already
problem.
said that you don't have anything on you, but I'm gonna frisk you. So if you've lied to me, now's the time to be honest.
I ain't got nothing to lie for.
Okay. I'm just giving you that opportunity because if I find something on you and you lied to me, you made me do my job for it. Well,
May
it's
I
gonna be hard
ask
for me to
you some question?
work with you, man.
I didn't do nothing.
I'm gonna go ahead and frisk you.
No, I understand. Do you mind if I ask you some questions?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so you said you're in Polito, and you're picked up in Polito.
Uh-huh.
So what happened after you got picked up?
He drove here.
What brought him here?
I think he said it's quicker to go from Polito to Sandy this way, like a shortcut.
Sorry to cut you off. I'm gonna go ahead and reach into your back pocket. Which
Okay.
pocket exactly is your wallet in?
Back left.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and reach in and take your wallet out. Just your wallet. All right, thanks for that, Matt. I'm gonna go ahead and just document this real quick, and I'll put it back in your.
No problem.
You need any food or water?
No,
Like,
no, I'm
feeling
good.
like you're thirsty or anything
I'm
like that?
good. I appreciate it
Yeah,
though.
if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up.
You're welcome.
Before we let you go, is there anything that you feel that you should tell us that we haven't asked?
Okay,
Anything
I'll
that's relevant?
walk away and hopefully run back to try to fix this.
No, that's
I
it.
got a bad case of
All right, sir.
That's it.
At this point, you're not under arrest. You're free to go. The car is going to be impounded. I just asked once when I take you out of handcuffs that you please, in a timely manner, leave the scene. Okay.
I can hear
Okay.
you.
All right.
Appreciate the cooperation, Mr. Rhodes. You're free to go.
No problem. All right. Thank you so much.
Passenger has been released. Have we confirmed the story of the driver?
Yeah, he says he's been driving the car for a couple of hours. He says it's his car.
Okay.
Hey.
Come over here,
Hey, I don't know you. You're my goober driver.
sir. I asked you to please leave the
Okay.
area if you don't mind.
What you?
Yeah,
I ain't here no more.
specifically
my
I
client.
walked. I'm gone.
Okay.
Walks away. I ain't here. You can ignore me. All right. You observe anything?
Yeah, one guy's having a real big problem. I mean, everything else has been fine though.
Are you guys
Oh.
having an AB conversation?
They frisked me.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
weapon.
yeah.
You are? Okay, so
Eric, just confirm, are you guys wanting us to investigate this, or
I
end it as
cannot
soon as we
answer
got you
that
guys in
one,
custody?
Stand by.
You can answer them.
No,
It doesn't. I guess not.
no, it's not necessary.
Yeah. I don't know. I just started.
No,
I,
you're good. You're good. I do have a few things.
Eric there.
All right. So everyone can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
that's right.
All right. So originally, when we were getting stopped, 77s were requested, and then we intentionally drove by the backup unit, and there was still a
Can you
delayed
uncuff me?
response.
Yeah, I'm sure. Why is it not working?
So the first time you
You're gonna do it
uncuff,
twice.
you're taking the shackles off.
Oh.
The second time takes the actual cuffs off.
Ah.
So when you cuff somebody, those shackles are on. They're not moving. But if you want to let them move, you can, but they'll still be cuffed. So the original 77 request went in. I think we cycled around, and then the response was relatively delayed, seemingly unnecessarily, but I'm not sure
That
if
was my apologies.
Oh,
I
you're
was
good.
confusing the 77 code. I was gonna say 864 in route 1077, but it's actually 1076. So I was just discussing with David about that to make sure I get the 10 code correct.
Got it. Okay.